Good day to each and everyone. We are Group 6 and ang didiscuss po namin dito is Chapter 10 which is Security Management. Terminologies. The first one is person. So sinasabi dito sa person, hindi isang natural person ngunit kinikilala ng batas bilang may mga karapatan at responsibilidad. Katulad ng pwede silang makipagkontrata or pwede silang magsampa ng kaso. Just like that. Private Detective Agency. Dito naman is sa Private Detective Agency is nagsasagawa sila ng investigasyon at naghahanap sila ng mga information for private individuals, business, or organizations. The next one is company guard. From the word company guard is tungkulin po nila na magbantay o i-secure yung loob at labas ng company para din mapanatili yung mga kaligtasan ng mga empleyado. The next one is agency guard. Dito naman sa agency guard is pareho nilang tungkulin or responsibilidad tulad ng company guard, ngunit hindi sila empleyado. Hindi sila empleyado ng company, kundi may contract sila na pinapadala ito ng mga security agency. So dito naman sa government guard forces is these are the specialized security units or agency critical asset tulad ng mga high ranking officials para ma-maintain natin public order. So, dito naman sa security guard forces, ito naman ay isang grupo na nagtatrabaho upang magbigay ng mga serbisyo sa security sa iba't ibang lugar tulad ng negosyo, residential areas, and preventing unauthorized access. The next one is security supervisor. Their role is to ensure that security operations are carried out effectively and that safety protocols and policies are followed by the security staff. Then they supervise security guards and pwede din silang responsible for coordinating and security teams. Then the next one is private detective. So ito naman yung mga taong hinahire nila for reward, commission para kumuha ng mga ebidensya sa mga criminal case. The next one is Watchman Security Agency. Is a company or organization that provides security service often through the employment of security guards or watchmen to protect property, people, or asset. And these agencies are hired for business, residential communities, or sa mga events or government. License or license certificate. Ang license or license certificate is isang official na document issued by a governing authority. Kumbaga, ito yung mga isang patunay na ang isang tao or ang isang organization is sumusunod sila sa mga regulations. Yan lang.
So, good day, ma'am. My report is about the qualification of private security guards, operator of private security agencies, private detectives. Okay. So, the first qualification of private security guards is Filipino citizen, at least 21 years of age, but not more than 50 years old. At least 5'4" in height, high school graduate, physically and mentally fit, and last, not convicted of a crime involving moral turpitude, pass a neuropsychiatric and drug tests. Okay. Next, qualification of private security agencies. The first one is must be Filipino citizen. Second, not be less than 25 years of age. Third, college graduate and or a commission officer in the active service or return from the AP or PNP. Number 4 is good moral character. 6 has taken a course, seminar on industrial security management and or must have adequate training or experience in security business. And last, having no record of conviction for a crime or offense involving moral turpitude. Yun lang po.
Operation of private security agency and relation to firearms, ammunition, and limitation. First, registration and certification. Security agency must register a business with the Securities and Exchange Commission and obtain a permit to operate from SOCIA. Security guards must complete certification program provided by PNP accredited training. So dito, yung mga security agencies mag-register sila sa Securities and Exchange Commission, and then yung permit to operate nila ibibigay ng SOCIA. And also yung sinasabi dito, yung security guard kailangan makakomplete sila ng certification program provided by PNP. Training and education, security guards. Individual applying to become security guards must complete basic security guard training course at an accredited training center. This course covers essential skills such as patrolling, first aid, crisis management, and basic legal knowledge. Ito yung mga mag-a-apply daw ng security guard, kailangan nilang mag-undergo ng basic training program. And yung training program nilang yon, cover nito yung mga patrolling, first aid, crisis management, and yung mga basic legal knowledge. Agency owners and managers. Agency and senior management of security agency are often required to complete additional training in security management and operation to understand their responsibilities and industry standards. So dito, yung mga agency owners and managers, mag-undergo ulit sila ng additional training sa security management and operation para gamay talaga nila yung trabaho nila. Third, background check. Personal history statement. Security guard, agency owners, and employees must submit personal history statement to PNP. This document includes personal details, employment history, and certification allowing the PNP to conduct background check to screen for criminal history or undesirable affiliation. So dito yung mga security guard, magbibigay sila ng personal history statement nila sa PNP, and yung PNP naman titignan nila yung background ng aplikante kung meron ba silang criminal record or criminal history. And NBI and police clearance. Applicants are required to secure clearance from both the National Bureau of Investigation and local police to confirm they have no criminal record. Yung mga applicant, required silang magbigay ng police clearance nila or NBI clearance sa pag-a-apply nila para ma-confirm talaga na wala silang criminal record. Kasi pag kukuha ka naman ng police clearance kung may criminal record ka, hindi ka makakakuha. And then medical and psychological testing. Applicants, particularly security guards, must undergo medical and psychological evaluation to ensure they are physically and mentally fit for the job. Regular health checks may also be mandated by the agency. So dito, sinasabi dito, yung mga security guard, mag-undergo sila ng medical check kung talagang physically fit ba sila or mentally fit sa trabahong yon. And also, magkakaroon sila ng regular health check. Ito yung mga mandated by the agency. Firearm and licensing and proficiency. Security agencies that issue firearms to guards must ensure that personnel are trained in handling firearms safety. These include obtaining a license to carry and use firearms to select a subject to regular proficiency assessment and training certification undergo by PNP guidelines. Dito yung mga mag-i-issue sila ng firearm sa isang security guard. At dapat yung security guard na yon, dapat well-trained siya na humawak ng baril at also meron siyang license to operate. And next.
So number 6, insurance requirements. Security agencies are often required to provide insurance for their employees to cover work-related risks. These include life and accident insurance, which is necessary for license issuance. So, sa lahat naman ng trabaho, dapat meron insurance na So dito sa security agencies, kailangan din ng insurance para pag may mga mangyaring hindi inaasahan sa mga ating security guard sa kumpanya, ay meron tayong insurance na makukuha. So number 7, uniform and equipment standard. Security personnel must adhere to strict uniform and equipment standard as defined by the PNP. Agencies must ensure that their security guards are properly outfitted with authorized uniform, IDs, and essential equipment to maintain professional standard. So, sa security guards at PNP ay dapat, ang mga security guards is dapat, alam nyo yun, snappy pa rin silang tignan at malinis ang kanilang mga uniform. Number 8 is financial stability and capability. Security agencies must demonstrate financial stability with a clear ability to meet operational costs, pay staff, and provide required insurance coverage. This is often evaluated through financial statement and evidence of operational capacity. So dito naman sa financial stability and capability, security agencies must demonstrate financial stability, na kung saan dito is dapat yung pera ay dapat kaya niyang magpasahod sa mga security guards or sa ating kaya niyang ibigay yung kailangan ng kumpanya or yung agency. Number 9 is periodic inspections and compliance audits. Licensed security agencies are subject to regular inspection by SOSHA to verify compliances with law and regulation. Violations can result in the fine, suspension, or revocation of licenses. So, sa dito naman, periodic inspection and compliance audit, nagkakaroon din tayo dito ng mga inspection ng mga ating SOSHA, na kung saan pag ikaw ay may violation, pwede kang maaari kang ma-revoke ng lisensya or ikaw ay magkakaroon ng fine or kabayaran sa mga sa'yo, mga nakitang mali or what. Number 10, renewal and continuing education. license renewal. Security guards and agencies must renew their licenses periodically, often every 3 years. This may involve refresher training and updated background check. Continuing professional development. Some security personnel are required to undergo continuing professional development to stay current on best practice, technological advancement, and new security related laws. So dito sa renewal and continuing education, pag security guard at saka agencies, dapat ang kanilang mga lisensya ay periodically na refresh at nagkakaroon sila ng background check kung saan tinitignan natin ang mga background natin. Tapos sa continuing professional development, na kung saan ang mga kung saan mga security personnel ay dapat required silang mag continuing professional development, or ang tawag dito is nagse-seminar, kumbaga seminar, na kung saan dito ay pag-aaralan nilang technologies, advancement, and new security related laws. So, security management and licensing requirements are overseen primarily by the Philippine National Police through the Supervisory Office for Security and Investigation Agencies. So that is my...
So, good day everyone. My report is all about ground in the confiscation and revocation of licenses of firearms. In the Philippines, a firearm license can be revoked and the firearm confiscated for some reasons. So first, failure to renew. If a firearm license is not renewed by the expiration date, it will be revoked and the firearm will be confiscated. So ang sinasabi dito, pag hindi na renew yung isang license of firearm within expiration date, is doon marirevoke and mako-confiscate yung kanilang firearm and license. And dito naman, illegal activities. If the owner is involved in illegal drugs, illegal gambling, or a crime involving firearms, their license can be revoked. So, dito, ang sinasabi dito, kung yung owner is involved sa mga illegal gambling or involved sa crime, is dito nila i-revoke or i-confiscate yung hawak nilang firearms kasama na pati yung license nila. And in the last, illegal transfer. If a firearm is transferred illegally, the owner's license can be revoked. Ang sinasabi naman dito, kung yung firearm o yung barrel is tinatransfer ng illegal or kung kanino pinapasa, is dito nila i-revoke yung may-ari ng license ng barrel. So, that is all about my report, and thank you.